Hello, my name is Reef and I'm with the OvrStream team. In this video today, I'm going to show you how you can make your own titles from scratch using the OvrStream title designer. To begin with, let's go into our playlist, right click, and select the new option. This will open a pre-made template for the title designer, and then double click on the preview thumbnail. This will open the OvrStream title designer. Looking at the title designer, you might be able to recognize that it is a non-linear based editing system. You might already be familiar with this, but we're going to take a quick tour of the interface just to get you established with OvrStream. Beginning at the bottom here, we have our video controls, where we can do rewinding and fast forwarding and regular playback. Moving to the right, we have our duration set, which is how we can change the duration of a title. We're going to set this one to 5 seconds. Moving down, we have our timeline. This is where all the layers of your assets will be held and where you can make changes to those particular assets. And then coming up to the top, we have our add text field, add shape, and add audio, which will be covered in a later video. And moving to the left, we have our attributes window. Within the object tab, we have multiple tabs. The first being style, which allows you to change the appearance of a layer. Global, which allows you to change the position and add attributes to a layer. Effects, which will be covered in a later video, and transitions, which will also be covered in a later video. Let's start with something simple like changing the color of our enter text field. Go over to your 3D face and you'll see the color, gradient, and image and video. Make sure color is selected and then click on the color square. This will bring up a color wheel and you can just drag around until you find the color that you like. Let's go with this bright green. Next, we want to add a outline to our text to make it a little bit more visible when we're on stream. So come up to style layer and select 3D outline. This will open up the same interface as the 3D face, and just click on the color wheel, and we're just going to make it black. And then we're going to come down to where it says opacity, thickness, and offset. Opacity is how transparent the letters are. We're going to leave that at 100. And then thickness is how thick the stroke is going to be. So we're going to drag that up just a bit until we have a nice contrast. There we go. Now that we have the color and the stroke completed, we want to change the type of font. Arial is nice, but not exactly what we call stream friendly. So let's come up to the top here and go to where it says Arial and click on the drag down menu. And then we're just going to select a font at random. Let's say as seen on TV. There we go. Now that we have the font done, we need to contain the font for our alert within something to make it more visually appealing. Let's come up to the top right and go add shape. And we're going to add a rectangle. Now, as you can see, it inserts a white square. So we're going to fit this to the width of our text, but we need to drag it on the timeline below. Much like video editing software, the title designer works in layers and ordering does matter. So you want to have the rectangle below the enter text so that way it's not eclipsing our text field. Now that we have our square and text positioned where we want them, we need to make sure that our enter text does not go beyond the borders of our rectangle. So come into the timeline and select enter text once more. And then let's go to the top left of our style tab and you'll see this little T that's called text fit modes. Click on it and click fit text to box. And now you'll see if we bring this out, our rectangle is now orange. So we've confined our text to the width of this rectangle. Now that we got the text and the box put in, all that's left to do is animate this alert. Let's go to the left and click on this little arrow. This brings up your effects window. Let's click on the top and scroll down to transitions. And you'll see that there's a lot of different animated folders. We're going to just do something very basic. So we're going to go to the animations folder. And we're going to do falling in. Now, as you can see, if you hover over top, you'll see a preview of the area that you have highlighted and how it's going to look. So let us go with tumbling. And now we're going to do the same with enter text. Now, if we scrub through the timeline, we can see that the letters in the box don't exactly overlap in a good way. So we'll come down to the enter text, bring our cursor all the way to the edge, and just drag it a little bit. And now if we scrub through, we can see that once the box lands, then the letters pop in. And that's exactly what we wanted. To get a better view of this, let's just zoom out so we can see the whole timeline. And there we go. Perfect. Now you can do the same if you want to animate it out. Just click on your arrow and just drag. Now we can see that the letters will animate out when the title comes to an end. Now that we have our animations, our enter text, and our rectangle box all put together, we're just going to come up to the global tab. Global is how you can move your titles around in 3D space. We will cover this in a future video. But we want to come down and just make sure the variable settings and make sure we have text variable checked for the text field. And under rectangle, we want to make sure that it's not checked. And now that we have that done, you can save your title. And now we'll just close and keep the changes. And you can see that it's going to render our new alert on our playlist. And when we hit play, we now have our own custom-made alert. Well guys, there you have it. You've now learned how to make your own very basic alerts using the OvrStream Title Designer. Once you've gotten the basics down, you can increase the complexity of your own alerts and help make your alerts your own. Thanks so much for tuning in. If you have any questions at all, you can always find the OvrStream team on Twitter at OvrStream, or join our community Discord, or simply visit our help page by clicking the link in the description. We can't wait to see what you do with OvrStream and the Title Designer. See you all next time.